Hello there, Instant, and welcome back to this Let's Play Spelunky. Today we'll be doing the daily challenge of November 24th. So there is 1 month to Christmas time. We're all looking forward to that. That did not set off the arrow trap as much as I had hoped that it would. How am I gonna do that? You can't pick up the ribcage? That's news to me. I guess I'm simply not going up here then. Is there something worth going up there for? Is the question. If there's a crate or something like that, I'm gonna be extremely dissatisfied. But it doesn't look like there's anything up there at all, actually. At least I'm gonna pretend that that's the case now. Had not seen that spider. Or I probably had seen the spider at some point, but then also definitely forgotten about it again. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Looks like you're completely standard first floor in many ways. We have a Monty, we have a little bit of gold, not too much. A decent amount, I guess. And we have the conundrum of whether or not we should grab Monty. So it's 1 rope for 1 health. Let's say it's probably worth it. I don't think I have any other ways of getting up there. No. So let's just do that. And let's move on. So far so good. As long as I don't die on the first floor, that's something. It's not entirely true. My goal as always is going to be to beat my 10th best score, which at this point is I think 240,000, 250,000, something like that. So we're definitely getting up there in terms of the scores that I'm trying to get. So the question is whether or not that's going to be a reasonable goal at all. We'll find out. If nothing else, I have music right now, which is good. Or in-game sound. Yeah. So I feel like I'm skipping half of this level, which I'm not really happy about. But also I don't really see what else I could do. If I didn't want to do so. I guess this shopkeeper is dead. No. I guess I'm dead. How do I always die in so stupid ways? Oh, that's the worst. That's actually the worst score I've had in a long while. Not sure what went wrong there. It occasionally works doing that. I guess we'll pop in an adventure here as well. Because why not? So what do I want to do in this adventure is the question. I guess I could... I guess maybe I should just go for a high score. Haven't done that in a while. We do have our old goals of obtaining a bunch of achievements. But those goals are not mutually exclusive. So I imagine if we just make it far enough, then potentially we can also get some achievements in the process. So is Monty up here? He definitely is. So I'm sort of interested in getting in up there. And it should be easy enough to do it. So I know that this jump is possible, it's just really difficult. Maybe I'll just use 2 ropes. Perhaps a little bit of a waste, I don't know. We tend to always get more ropes than I ever use anyway, so... Let's get Monty down here. Have him soak up an arrow from the arrow trap. Destroy my conscience in the process. And we get the ropes that I put into it. So... effectively not quite what I was hoping for, but still effectively a profit. In the sense that we got 1 rope and 1 Monty. That was pretty close to fall damage, I imagine. It seems like these long rows are always placed at the same spot in the mines levels. This is a problem. Oh, barely make the jump. So I'm wondering if it's always set up so that you will almost like barely take fall damage. Or not take fall damage, I guess. Fairly long first floor, this one actually. Mainly because I have the little detour up in the start of the floor. But lots of gold as well, so from... excuse me. From the viewpoint that this is going to be a high scoring run, that is definitely good. So I want to soon start considering ghosting, because that... I mean, if I want to beat my own score, I probably don't need to ghost too... Wow. I don't need to ghost too much, but I'll still need to ghost a little bit, just in order to get those millions that I'm looking for. So that was obviously the worst damage of all time, easily avoidable as well. So how do we do this is the question. I guess I put this in here, because otherwise I'm gonna screw myself up. Or screw myself over. Then this time we do it like this. Which actually works. Which is one benefit that this method has over the one that I just used in the daily. This is kind of scary actually. Okay, so this is set off, so I don't need to worry as much. This is obviously not the way I wanted to kill that bat, but sometimes you just have to take what's given. Let's get Monty down. And see what else we have going for us in this level. Not all that much, it seems. So there is one single emerald right here, which is probably going to be easy to ghost. It's going to give me 4,200, and it's going to take forever. So the question is whether or not it's worth the time. Let's see, I spent probably 2 minutes on the last floor, so there's at least gonna be another 30 seconds. Why don't we just do it, just because it would sort of ruin the purpose of all of this min-maxing nonsense if we didn't. Also, having 30,000 going out of the second floor is extremely good. I guess if I wanted to, I could just like speed this up in post, so that you guys don't have to sit and essentially look at nothing. But now that I've said that, I'm almost surely going to forget it. We have climbing gloves now, that's actually interesting. If I had thought about that, could have probably ghosted a little bit more on this floor. So is there anything to ghost around here is the question. I guess not. So let's just get the ghost down here. And then get over him. If we could make it back up here, that would be nice. There we go. And out. Not really sure why I shot that gold, but just to make sure it's not gonna reanimate, I suppose. More ropes. At this point I would like some bombs, that should be pretty obvious. And again, should really consider at least twice which gems I'm taking and which ones I'm not. All of it is potential potential diamonds that we're missing. So of course the vault also is very interesting to me. I think the Shockkeeper should be killable on this one. I shouldn't have taken those. I should not have taken that damage either. That's pretty obvious. Oh, that was the worst. I was not thinking there for a second. And then mistakes happen. I think if I make the use the trick, I should be able to get in there. Indeed, I was. Let me just take this ruby as well, because at this point, I'm not really sure which gems I would be able to get and which ones I won't. We have more bombs, so the question is if that's gonna allow us to go up to the vault. The vault is sort of in a tricky position. I need to use at least 2 bombs if I had paste. But I don't think there's a nice way in actually, so maybe I'll just skip it entirely. I want to get rid of this guy first of all. And then the question is how we want to do this, because this shopkeeper down here, he could easily come out. But I am interested in getting Monty as well. So I think if I'm quick enough, I should be able to sort of hide here a little bit. And then if the other shopkeeper decides that he wants to come out, then I can sort of take him out from afar. This is probably not the best idea I've ever gotten. So the reason why I'm going down a little bit is that if you're leveled with the shopkeepers, they're less likely to jump. So if he wanted to move out of the shop, that would be the way to do it. I don't think this is going to be possible, so let's just move on. We only have 2 health, which is going to be a problem very soon. In particular, if I do like this, where I obviously have no idea what I'm doing actually. Again, should probably ghost. That's the worst thing about these gold runs. You have this constant feel that you should do more than you're doing. How the hell am I supposed to get in there? Not like that, obviously. So we're down to 1 health now. That's fun. In the sense of the word, where it's the opposite sense of what it usually is. Hopefully we can make it out of the mines, so should be possible. We're on 1-4 now, so let's just get this tiny bit of extra gold. Alright, there's a guy who's angry. Alright, that's of course not quite what I wanted to do. The question is, what do I want to do here though? Oh, now he's out. And still very much alive. Alright. Hopefully he's gonna make another one of those extreme jumps that he's making so far. Alright, we hit him once. So 2 more times should do it. Lots of gems here, actually. A Matic right now would be extremely valuable. That was probably also very stupid. Because now he has an easy way of getting up here. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this. This is kind of a problem. At least there's lots of gold that we probably won't be able to ghost. Can make it in there at least, see if there's some other good stuff in that crate. Essentially now I'm just wasting time because I'm scared. Oh yeah, and I'm also dead. Oh, that's stupid. Alright, speedrun. Good first floor. That sucks. Oh, that's also very bad. Not a good start to the speedrun, obviously. But now I all of a sudden feel a lot better. Should also check out for good stuff in the shops, because this is when we want to get it. Skin is crawling is scary, of course. And I'm dead. Yeah, recklessness. Recklessness, that's what it's all about. Alright, so let's try that again. First floor so far, something like 5 times slower than the other one that we had. Ugh. Let's move on. I wonder if this is a viable strategy, having the rock destroy the entire level, and then have the shopkeeper kill us. My logic was something like, maybe if you use the rock, then it can create a passage which makes it a lot faster for you to go down. But then on the other hand, I hadn't really like thought about how much that was probably gonna anger the shopkeeper. But then on the other hand, maybe I did actually, and then I was just hoping that I would get some items in the process. Not worth killing. Ah, maybe he is. Okay, I'm not sure what I was thinking there. I'm not really concentrating. That's the problem here, I think. So apologies for that. Okay, so that's not something you can do. Let's just end this one immediately. Whoops. Managed to get all the way out. I guess we could do a no gold speedrun here. It's almost looking like a possibility. But now all of a sudden it's not. Maybe it still is. Hopefully this is going to be way down. It's not, but let's just grab this crate anyway. Contains a shotgun, which is nice. Means I will probably not bring Monty. So one reason the shotgun is nice is because it allows us to constantly have something that we can bring. Probably not worth my time going over here, but then on the other hand, maybe it was because I got that that extra bomb, or those extra bombs. Because otherwise, I would have probably killed the shopkeepers and lost my run doing that. You want at least a few bombs because otherwise, maybe you don't actually. That's not something you need anyway. Alright, last one. I was thinking that you need some bombs for the Olmec boss fight. That's definitely gonna make it easier anyway. I guess on the last speedrun where I actually succeeded, I only used the Matic for the Olmec boss fight. And we've already seen, I think maybe in this, maybe in the video that's gonna come up after the next one, spoilers, that there is a very viable strategy for dealing with the Olmec that doesn't involve neither bombs nor a Matic, and is useful for speedrunning. Oh, could have easily hit me. Should really look down before I jump like that. So many spikes around. So far, so good. Let's make it out of the jungle, shall we? The time I'm looking to beat here is 5 minutes. So I'm not sure if that's going to be possible at all. Let's see. At least we made it out of the jungle. At least once. It might be worth going for like the more valuable pieces of gold that are sitting around, just so you can use them for purchases in shops. So far I haven't really been doing that. Just move on. There's an angry frog. Several actually. So probably the main benefit that we're having here is that we have not angered shopkeepers yet. which makes these exits a lot easier. On the previous, like on my good speedrun, we had first of all the jetpack, which was extremely useful. Should probably get that boomerang. And we had some other good stuff in that run as well. Alright, here's a free boomerang, which I may as well get. There's a frog which for some reason decided to explode. Okay, we have bees. I would love to be able to get some good stuff from the bees, but I'm not going to just because that takes way too long. So let's just move on instead. And we're on the ice caves. But we don't have a compass, that's a problem. At least we see the exit, so if I can manage to get a little bit of luck here, maybe it's not going to be too much of a problem. But obviously the compass is something you really want to have here. I mean, when you've played enough of this game, you sort of have an idea of where the exit is gonna be. Because even though all the layouts are completely randomized, there's a lot of kind of like building blocks that that you see over and over again. Yeah. At least that was an interesting way to go out. I hadn't definitely not seen that coming. But now I have learned to worry about that as well, as we're thrown into the abyss by a Yeti. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. Yeah, it definitely is. So for now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.